say ah.
Ah.
Usually they like the tongue out ah. Ah.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Roll the opening.
Just can't.
Hello, and welcome back to
What's Safeword?
I'm Am.
I'm Mr. Christopher.
And today
we're gonna eat.
Well, we are feeding the children with information.
Wait, but seriously, is there food?
And you're still curious, which means you're ready for today's Curious Kinks episode, Vore Edition.
But no food.
We're gonna eat after.
So we have a series here called Curious Kinks.
Which is where we blind react to some of your curious or secret kinks that you can't tell anyone that you've submitted.
And if you have a curious kink, leave it in the link down below.
We have over 4,000 submissions within this forum of people's secret, dirty, naughty, or otherwise taboo kinks that they've never shared with someone or can't share with their general friends.
I remember coming out as gay first, but kinky was actually even scarier.
And that seems to be the case for a lot of people. So these episodes are not only meant to destigmatize kinks, but today is especially appetizing because it's going to be around food and vore and a bunch of other stomach-related topics.
Yummy.
So I hope you have an appetite because today's Curious Kinks episode is going to be very filling. We're gonna feed you afterwards, I promise. So today's first confession starts, stomachs and intestines are hot. I love my stomach being played with, and I have a fantasy of my intestines being played with as well, especially if it includes medical play. The idea of being fantastically dissected by someone and having their hands all up and in and around my stomach and playing with my organs is hot.
Like dissected like with a knife?
So, kink. This is a fantasy, not reality. But that said,
No judgment.
no, not at all. But stomachs, for instance, are a huge thing.
I know, like people like bellies. That's fine.
And
Have
yet you're
your belly.
teasing us with it
I
right
know,
now.
like, but I don't know if I want it cut open.
Whether cutting open or not, stomach fetishes, also known as alveolagnia, are where bellies are involved, whether it's rubbing or touching or belly-to-belly contact has actually been proven by like psychology to be really calming and bring you happiness.
That's kind of fun though. It's like,
That's how you do your
yeah.
Boop. Do you want to touch bellies?
Just-
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
to?
It just, I draw the line at cutting open. It's too much like operation, although it's kind of, that was a fun game. You'd go in and go, so if they could cut me open but I could electrocute them, that would be fun.
I want to draw the line and be very clear. Fantasy and reality are not the same things.
Understood.
I understand this kink. Not for me, but I'm glad we were able to dissect it. Or plain and simple, the next one just says vore. I think this kink stemmed from the scene in DBZ where Cell absorbs Android 17 with his tail.
Okay, you lost me. What's DBZ? Is that a new channel? It's like TBS.
This resonates with me because DBZ or Dragon Ball Z was an old cartoon on Toonami. It's an anime.
I would watch it every day after school, but it's a superhero kind of fighting anime where this alien, specifically in this episode, named Cell, started eating people. And it led to lots of vore nightmare fuel.
So he absorbs, these are robots, but he absorbs them to take on their life force and energy.
That's a robot? It looks like a monster.
He's an android.
Like a boa constrictor.
A little bit, yeah. So how did that vore make you feel?
Hungry?
Oh, okay. Well, that's valid. So the word vorophilia, or vore for short, means to like swallow or devour in Latin, and then philia because sexual stuff. But it's a sexual role play where someone is either being the predator or the pred who's eating someone, and the person who's getting eaten or the prey.
Pred?
Pred. They're like
Pred?
predator, but pred for short. That's what the tops are called in this. I don't make the rules. I just report on in the news.
Are you a pred top?
I will say, with the Android 17 specific reference, this is where kinks and fetishes are sometimes imprinted on you at a young age because cartoons open up these worlds for us. And that's kind of a normal psychological thing. Obviously, they did not put that, I don't think, in DBZ because someone on the team had like a vore fetish, but it was pretty graphic. Like that, I saw that as like a 12-year-old. That was cartoon.
That was your version of Tom and Jerry. I had Tom and Jerry. I thought it was okay.
People didn't die in Tom and Jerry. Yeah. People did not die in Tom and Jerry, okay? People died in Dragon Ball Z. Vore has lots of different kinds and categories of what's going on. Generally, it's split into two main categories, soft Vore and hard Vore. Soft Vore is where, in this fantasy, again, always a fantasy, the person gets eaten, but they're not like digested. They don't die.
They're swallowed.
They're swallowed, and
like
that's
Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
So Vore goes back to biblical times.
Some people's Vore fascinations might actually come from being in Catholic.
Religion.
Yeah. But then there's hard Vore, which usually includes the person being harmed or chewed or digested. Again, not cannibalism, but fantasy roleplay.
But that is called cannibalism, my dear children.
So Vore is swallowing whole.
Or just putting in your mouth, like trying to consume or swallow in some way. Oh no! And then there's also some other categories where like you're unbirthed, like there's sexual categories as well, like where the person is like fantastically like absorbed back into someone. Yeah, have you heard of mpreg?
Explain unbirthed?
I don't know that I can. I'm just giving you some subcategories.
Did you say impreg?
Yes.
Like impregnated?
The letter M dash preg.
So not impregnated. So it's just impreg. What's impreg? Because I am not impressed.
I'd like to impose that we move on to why people are interested in Vore. How about?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, some people like the stomach bulging aspect. I will say the furry community has tons of artwork out there.
Oh, like being pregnant.
Or even like seeing someone's like hands pushing on a stomach if they were, you know, soft bored. There's also just the feeling of fullness, and people like a belly, as we've talked about.
Who doesn't?
But then also, there's this sexual arousal around having someone inside you. Like, you know how someone's like, I'm gonna suck that dick. There's definitely a sexual energy to someone being swallowed.
So is fisting Vore through the ass?
Wow, we're asking the real questions. Actually, anal Vore is a thing.
Anal Vore.
We can't get into that.
Connecting the dots.
You're connecting the digestive system, actually. Next topic.
The next kink is the sound of having my ears licked. I've tried other forms of ASMR, but they have zero effect on me. And the sensation of having my ears licked actually turns me off. The sound just brings me so much pleasure. I want to feel like my ears have been eaten in sound. So what's that? Can I do that sound?
No, absolutely. I hate that. Nope. That is obnoxious. If you were doing that in someone's ear, I'm picturing like tongue noises and like sensual feelings. Much like the stomach, the ear is a super erogenous zone.
One of the first guys I ever had with, he was a Mormon boy. He would get on top of me and he would breathe really heavy into my ear. So I could feel his breath and I could hear it, and that did turn me on a lot. Because it felt so intimate and invasive.
Well, oralism is actually being sexually aroused by sounds, so that's part of ear stuff.
Yeah.
While different. I do not like ASMR. I get the gross ick feels, but that doesn't mean I'm kink shaming. How dare you? But I do absolutely get this kink and fetish for that hearing of sound or just the objectification of the ear. Fetishes are usually this hyperfixation on a body part or clothing or something, so ears are absolutely in the...
They're fair game.
I'm watching you get ready to...
I didn't do anything. Not touching can't be mad. Not touching can't be mad.
Not touching can't be mad.
What did you have for lunch? But that had nothing to do with the Vore.
Well, mouth sounds like the eating and the gurgling. Okay, too much. I still consider to be part of the voracious experience. No? I can eat your ear if that's helpful.
Yeah, go ahead. I like it. Yeah.
And hey, if you're enjoying some Vore, why not try it with today's sponsor, Via?
It'll help.
It is something you ingest, and it'll definitely lighten your mood, especially if you're getting a little situated in the bedroom.
And it always gives me the munchies.
That's also true.
Via is going to get you in the best mood by getting sensual online or offline, and they ship discreetly to you in almost all 50 states with free shipping over $100.
So long as you're over the proper legal age.
With their THC-free gummies, as well as soothing topicals and calming drops, Via's got something perfect for everybody.
Via has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids libido-strengthening herbs, and low doses of CBD into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. The products have great flavors and are made with vegan and organic ingredients, and their best-selling High Love will not only heighten your senses, but will also increase your sexual pleasure in the bedroom.
Not sure where to start on Via's website? Well, they have the brand new Quiz Product Finder. The personalized recommendations tailored to your needs, and it only takes 60 seconds to complete.
If you're 21 and up, it is the only lifestyle hemp brand. Whether you want to get better sleep, ease anxiety, enhance your mood, or just get a little elevated, they also have zero THC products, just in case.
So if you're over the age of 21, check out Via in the link down below and use offer code WATTS, WATTS, to receive 15% off. And if you're new to Via, you get a free gift of your choice. After you've purchased, let them know where you found them on What's a Safe Word, and thanks for supporting.
And maybe after your Via, you might enjoy this next kink, which says, my kink is sitting on cake cupcakes. I get that, I've done this. Just like feeling moist cake and buttercream touching me, then my partner eating it off me. Yummy.
There's a part of this I'm like, ooh, but then also like, I get it. I love frosting.
Yeah, I've done cake sitting before. It's fun, it's really sticky.
And really messy.
And messy, which is a whole nother kink, but people love it.
Wham is very popular online, which stands for Wet and Messy. Not the band, though. I mean, some good bops.
Jitterbug, wake me up before you bore me. Copyright claim.
And while we don't want you putting sugar in certain parts of your downstairs, because that can give you some bacteria or change your pH level, how did you feel sitting on a cake? Did you enjoy it?
I did. It was like mushy, but just the taboo of it. Like the one thing, demolishing a cake with your ass felt wrong because someone spent time making that.
Yeah.
But also fun, but beware, you can get a urinary tract infection if you get sugar in orifices.
Correct. So be conscious of that. I don't even want to touch cake farts, but of course there is a fascination and a...
I don't know if you could touch cake farts. You could feel them, but...
Okay, I don't want to... No, I literally don't want to get into it. This is the tangential... I'm mentioning it.
But now I'm thinking about it. You brought it up.
And the reason people are really into that sometimes is because of salarophilia, which is the arousal from something that you are coveting or really attracted to, generally getting messy.
If you put powdered sugar on top of a cake and did a cake fart.
So when we did that Wham episode and we were throwing paint on each other...
Hey, no, that's not.
We were having a great time. Salarophilia.
Because I like to get messy.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I know.
This next one just says, I enjoy on food and eating it.
Ooh, you would like our video, Cooking with...
I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go on further. You're icing your own cake.
We also did cocktails.
Next kink.
The next one is, my friends and I talk about our weird kinks a lot, but one I've never shared is transformation, or CTF for short. I basically like the idea of being eaten and absorbed into someone's and remaining sentient, but not being able to stop it or do anything about it. I become part of them and no longer have any real autonomy. It's very hot to me, but let's be real, it's pretty weird, LOL.
Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative. Everybody's so creative. Everybody's so creative. Ah!
I love people's fascination with certain parts of the body. This is what we watched from that Dragon Ball Z clip, but backwards.
So is this like Vore? You're going inside of somebody's...
Also known as Vore or CTF. This is transformation of your body, but is also power play with someone who's essentially like taking you into... They're absorbing your best assets and making you one of theirs, kind of. Does that make sense?
Would this be easier if you were cut or uncut? Because the foreskin would go around you and swallow you, no?
I love that we're getting technical with this because both of those things happen depending. Sometimes when you are absorbed, you add extra skin down there or just size. It's very much
like wrapping around the end of it?
Maybe. No, but you're...
Hugging, hanging out for dear life.
I researched for these episodes and I went down a rabbit hole.
Oh.
Or a urethra hole. Ooh. So there's digestion, like Vore, there's CTF, which also stands for Capture the Flag in the hacking community.
So to do this, wouldn't you have to change size?
This is a macro-micro dynamic in some ways,
see.
But this is not obviously plausible. This is very much a fantasy. Say it with me.
A fantasy.
Correct.
Welcome to your fantasy.
But the dom-sub nature and the power play of it all is what really turns people on. And it's also kind of humiliating to be turned into just a pleasure device for someone else.
You think you're gonna swallow my No, my is gonna swallow you.
I think I read that story. Yeah. This one was a new one to me. I love learning things.
Everybody's so creative.
The next Curious King says, I think this is kind of common, but I have this fantasy of being bound and then having someone cover me in messy food, cake, spaghetti, or something that's going to spread all over.
Wham.
The humiliation aspect is what makes it fun, and the food doesn't have to be eaten. Sharing here because I didn't know if this is a thing for me until Pup Amp made an extremely passing comment about it in a video, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. So thanks for that one, guys.
Yeah, I've seen...
This is not my fault.
Well...
Why is this my fault? This isn't my fault.
Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
I've seen guys put in like kiddie pools and dump baked beans and spaghetti over them, and this is just a whole nother version of Wham, but with food.
So cetophilia is the term for it, and that's a sexual arousal for situations specifically involving food, where someone could be eating food or being fed food or just being around food, or squishing food is huge online, especially during COVID, the bread squishing.
Didn't they make a movie out of fucking a hot apple pie?
American Pie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even titled it that.
She's my cherry pie.
Yeah, food gunge is hot.
And this is not my fault. How dare you put this on me, Ricky Bobby? But now I'm also curious, what video was this that I made?
Yeah, no, I'm
commented
trying
passing?
to remember when you said that.
Next kink.
This one says, it's not really a secret anymore because I'm more open about it now, but I really enjoy the idea of making someone, consensually of course, eat something that they know will upset their stomach. Ooh, and a lot of it too. I love the idea of listening to their stomach right after and having them hold everything in as long as they can. This is one of my biggest fantasies. That's interesting. I haven't thought of that.
So stuffing is something that people do online. Again, I'm not glamorizing unhealthy eating disorders or any of that. But if people are happy about their body and what they're doing with it, more power to you. Stuffing and stomachache kinks, though, are huge online, specifically on Tumblr.
This is kind of interesting because I hadn't thought about this before, but I being into BDSM, one of the things I saw as a kid was a movie where this guy was captured and tortured by having his hands behind his back, shirtless, and someone making him eat rock salt. And knowing how much that would dry his mouth, and they sat and taunted him with water. Ooh. So imagine doing that with chili peppers or something.
Why chili peppers?
Then the other thing is, think about this. People do enema play where they make you hold it so you cramp and get uncomfortable. So this is just going through the other hole. Why not do both?
People love discomfort, and they love seeing people in discomfort. That's part of the sadism of it all.
Yeah.
But this was so fascinating because it has a huge Tumblr market. Tumblr was a one place when researching stomach ache kinks, where it was just so easy to find artwork and stories and like, this is how I do bloating. And some people like having a bunch of Pepsi or Coke and then like some Mentos. Like creating gas.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but it didn't have a name. It didn't have a scientific or Latin name. So I'm going to coin right now, because I wasn't able to find it.
Oh, you're naming it?
I'm gonna name it.
Okay.
So stomach ache in Latin is cardamona. So I'm calling this cardamonophilia, meaning it's a stomach ache kink.
Interesting. So if I'm lactose intolerant, will you force me to eat a bunch of cheese?
Ooh, I mean, you could. But again, I'm gonna say fantasy and reality, and ethically just don't hurt yourself as much as you can take it.
Well, what's the difference of that and feeding? So there's a lot of people who like feeding, and you have to be very careful that you don't overeat.
Sure, for instance, mukbangs or mukbangs, however you call it, is something that a lot of people will call out for being like unethical to do because you're forcing or incentivizing people to eat too much. I'm of the mindset, as long as you're treating your body as best you can and you're taking your health seriously, you know?
And if it's a kink, you're just doing it one-off. It's not like you're doing it every single hour.
We're not kink shaming. We're just ethically telling you to do it the best you can. Food for thought.
Cardamonophilia.
Almost.
Cardamonophilia?
You gotta get the moan in there.
Cardamonophilia.
Yeah, there you go.
Cardamonophilia. Next. I'm into the idea of like an x-ray being taken during sex or having the ability to see inside of someone's skin, obviously fantasizing. I like the idea of seeing what internally makes my partner get off and what sort of internal stimulation they would enjoy. such as seeing myself putting pressure on their prostate. It has led into invisible person / ghost fantasy where I am actively able to see through someone or be seen through while having intercourse.
Ghosts are absolutely a thing. Spectrophilia.
The Invisible Man.
Or the Invisible Woman. Fantastic Four's coming out. Now we can tag Fantastic Four in the video. I not only love this kink, but I love the idea of this because there are actual studies, and this was like the first time they ever saw any sort of penetration, by the British Medical Journal that was titled Magnetic Resonance Imaging of the Male and Female Genitals During Coitus and Female Sexual Arousal, which was one of the most downloaded articles from the BMJ, which not only dispelled the myths around intercourse at the time where they weren't really sure how a dick looked when it went into, but this study and these pictures of an MRI during intercourse was one of the first things that dispelled myths around intercourse itself, how the penis looked, and that the vagina actually changed size as you were having sex. But despite some setbacks with this study and a lot of people that didn't want them to do it, this is one of the most downloaded, probably because people wanted to see penetration, like journals when it comes to medicine.
So wait, the vagina changed size?
Good
Vagina
maybe.
Vore.
Okay. Vorgina.
Vorgina.
While no moon landing, it was footage that we hadn't seen before of the body and how it worked, and it was really cool.
And hot, apparently.
Yeah, most downloaded. I mean, imagine seeing penetration happening in a scientific way for the first time. You saw how the body was being pushed around, which some people find really sexual.
How taboo. Next one. I have a fantasy with slime creatures, as in you can get trapped inside their bodies, sort of like bondage, only that it is the body of the being that's gonna fuck you. Also, that being can control and morph into dubious shapes, making everything possible and being able to trap you in so many different shapes and forms. Adding to that, the ability to be fully enclosed and not being able to move at all while being penetrated. It just feels like there is so much that can be done with that. And the thought of being trapped in the body is so sexually arousing.
Ooh. So, have you ever seen like the D&D movie? Like the big slime monsters?
I feel like I did. Didn't I see
you were there
this
with
movie?
me. This is a rhetorical question. You were there.
Slime monsters. I don't remember the slime monsters. But this is the same as being inside the body, but just slimy.
Kind of, minus the fact that this is like an amorphous being. Like, some people might say that this is a little strange, but the D&D top 10 most powerful oozes would like to have a conversation. Ivan Ooze has entered the chat. Now, of course, everyone loves an Oblex ooze, right?
Sure.
But gelatinous cubes are very much on point for this one and inspiration for this kink. Now, imagine you're in a dungeon.
Wait, is gelatinous cube a cube of Jell-O?
Yeah, essentially, gelatinous cube, yeah.
Just wrapping my head around this, that's all. So imagine, go ahead.
You're in your scouting party, and you're a rogue, probably because you take it from behind, and you've entered the dungeon, but all of a sudden, a slime monster falls from above, and now you're stuck in the slime monster, kind of floating in this gelatinous ooze, but you can't really move.
Oh, like in D&D, the movie, when they're in that maze, and they got trapped in it, but they jumped into it. Do you remember that? It's not a fantasy of mine, but I could see how it could be arousing, but I want to do it for real, and I don't know how you would do that for real.
Yeah.
Like a cube of Jell-O, you jump in, but then you couldn't breathe, right?
Astute point.
Right, but I could get hard.
And last but not least today, this one says Hugh Cow. I think it's Hugh Cow.
Oh, I prefer Hucow!
Or Hucow?
Hucow.
I don't think it's Hucow because that sounds really...
Hucow!
Yeah.
Hucow!
Goes on to say, I'm a plus size person and definitely into fetishism and having my tummy rubbed when I'm full. But there's also a Hugh Cow angle to it where I love the thought of being milked and treated like a cow.
So fattened up.
Pet play, but for cows. We actually called this out 2 years ago at Darklands. We said, cows are gonna be really big because we saw 1 or 2 people into like, they had hoof mitts and like a cow hood. And I was like, uh-oh, I see the himbos coming.
Was this one given by Samson?
It's not, no. Kidding. But also, if you were watching YouTube right now,
MooTube?
or you were a fan of Lo-Fi Girl, on April Fool's Day, they actually turned Lo-Fi Girl into like this Hugh Cow version, this cow version of herself.
Oh, she's cute.
And it's really cute. The cat is not loving it.
Why?
Himbos love that idea of just being a big muscle piece of meat.
And being fattened up like veal.
Yeah, But we also can't talk about this topic without raising some beef with Doja Cat because of her hit single, Moo. It had Shakespearean-style lyrics such as, bitch, I'm a cow, I'm not a cat, I don't say meow. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So Hugh Cow, obviously shortened for human cow. Is that portmanteau when you put things together?
Portmanteau?
I'm really into feet. Is a kink that revolves around and involves participants role-playing as cows, with farmers or without, and dedicated costumes for sexy times. From milking to just appreciating the big, beautiful size of someone, Hugh Cow can involve feeding or eating or just treating someone like a pet.
I wish they had just used the first 3 letters of human, though, so it'd be hum cow.
I hate that.
Hum cow.
I don't like that. So don't have any beef with us, okay?
Don't have a cow.
But I get this kink. I get this, whether you're femme-identified, male-identified, or somewhere in between, like, being able to take back that sexuality or take back that sexual energy about yourself, maybe how you look or what you're into, hot. What do you call a cow during an earthquake?
Milkshake.
Which is what we're doing today, shaking it up, giving you guys some new kinks, and that's actually gonna be our last one today, so.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, we've been filming for like 2 hours.
We have like 4,000 more though, to go.
Which is why this series will never end. So, if you would like to put your own curious kinks, your secret taboo things you've never shared with someone, or just something we haven't covered you think might be interesting, the form is down below, and you can just help us with some future episodes.
Or put it in the comments down below.
If you like this video, give it a nice little like. But whether this was food for thought or you are just a big old hoot cow, always have a safe word. Today's safe word is...
cardamonophilia.
It's important to know what the safe word is before you... Yeah.
Cardamonophilia.
Sure.
And it's important to be able to pronounce it.
Yeah, no, especially, because otherwise...
Cardamonophilia!
You're feeling what? Do you
cardamom.
Do you need a tongue?
So much cardamom.
Do you need a Pepto? What's in it?
That is interesting. I could do that with like the Jello cube one.
The slime, being taken on by a slime monster.
I'm into that one.
Okay, well, we'll find Daddy in a dungeon here shortly. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye!
Thank you for digesting our content.
Like a moo cow.
Hoo cow.
Hoo cow, sorry.
Yeah.
Moo cow.
And if you're like a rainbow rave cow, you'd be a hue cow, because the hue would change.
Too much.
No, that's funny. That's funny. Leave that in, Samson.
Don't give that to
Leave
us.
that
Samson,
in.
take that out.
That's at the very end.
No.
The very end.
Cut.